Okay guys, we're back with our part 2 of our separating our seeds. And it turned out to be a little bit more of a challenge than we anticipated because I'm trying to, once you get into the thing, I'm so OCD, I want to categorize everything. So what I've basically done was I started off up here and I put my cool season crops up here. And I can open this up and I've got things in here like lettuces and cabbages and broccolis and tender greens and turnips and carrots and radishes and all that stuff. They're all separated out in here into individual containers. But as I got into it, I had my beans here and then I had peas at the bottom, but I got to looking and I had 2 different types of peas. You have cool weather peas and then you have field peas. And once I got started, I was like, whoa. I didn't have enough containers, and I realized that, and I've got to go back and get some more containers. But what I done was, I took one of these and I put my summer field peas in it. Now in this will be, there's like 10 different varieties of summer peas in this box in small quantities. Maybe anywhere from 1 to, or half a pound to 1 pound packages, some of them 2 pounds, 3 pounds. They're all stacked in this. Anything from pink-eye purple hulls, Mississippi purple hulls, you know, rippers, red rippers, all this kind of stuff is black-eyed peas. They're all in this container right here. And as I got to looking, I had cool season peas here. Mostly our cool season peas consist of English peas. I mean, that's about it. And it's the shelling type. We don't do the snow peas and stuff like that here because they just don't really do good. It doesn't stay cool enough. And really only one variety of the English peas, and that's a little marble. Now we have a couple of other varieties in here. We have some Laxtons and some Ainsworths and some different ones that's been sent to us that we're going to use as experimental crops in small places. But predominantly, this whole drawer here is full of nothing but little marble English peas that we've saved over the last 3 to 4 years, which ensures us that we have seed should we have a crop failure. Now our beans, as we come across our beans here, I got to realizing I'm also going to have to separate my beans. So I got to have another one of these containers here for summer beans, and then I've got cool season beans. We got things like our snap beans and yellow wax beans and rattlesnake beans and stuff like this. For us here, that's classified as a cool season bean because they won't grow in the heat that well. So we're going to be separating these out from things like the speckled butter pea, the speckled butter bean, the Ford hook beans, all these type of things are all in here. So we're going to be separating this to cool season beans versus summer beans. And what that'll do is that'll give me a whole system here of nothing but cool season stuff so that when I come in here and I know that I got to plant my cool season crops, I can look at this and I don't have to worry about any of these here because this is strictly my cool season stuff. Now I took in some of the other containers that I have here, like this one particular one here. This one has watermelon, summer squash, peanuts, eggplants, and cantaloupes in it. Now, some of these we plant more of than we do the other, but they're usually all about the same when we plant. And one reason I divide up a lot of my seeds like this is if one of my packs of seeds happens to spill, then it's not hard to distinguish which is which. In this particular, I mean, a watermelon seed from a squash seed, from a peanut, from an eggplant, and a cantaloupe, all of them are completely different. That way, if something spills out in here, I don't get confused with it. And I've done the same thing over here. I've got, in this box here, I've got okra, winter squash, and pumpkins. Now, we only have a couple of different pumpkin varieties here, so it's not really a big deal with us on the pumpkins. But the winter squash in here, I have probably 10 different varieties of winter squash. And okra, I've only got like 3 to 4 different varieties in here, so that's not a big deal for us. We're able to keep it all in one container. And then the one up in the forefront here, I have tomatoes, corn, peppers, and cucumbers. This particular one, now there's probably 50 varieties of tomatoes in here or more. The corn is just like small packs of corn that people have sent me. Some flint corn, some dent corn, some particular rare varieties of Indian corn and stuff like that that's in the little small packs. They're in here. I've got pepper in here. I've probably got 30 varieties of pepper in here that I like to experiment with. And cucumbers, maybe 3 or 4 varieties of cucumbers in there. My hopes and dreams is in the future with all this is to get this not only categorized, but in alphabetical order. It's hard for me to say that. I want to put them in alphabetical order so that when I look into something, I can go right through it. I can find exactly what I'm looking for. Now, in this big tote over here, this is our seeds that are in large quantities. Anything from 2 and 3 pound packs up is in this pack here. A lot of this is cover crops. Some of it's 5 to 10 pounds of field peas, ryegrasses, different things like that that we'll be using in the winter months to cover our fields with. We're trying to buy a little bit of that up in bulk now so that when the time comes, we'll have it ready and the day is right. We can just jump out, put this stuff into seed spreaders, and we can get after it. We can get our fields planted. So that right there is part 2 of our seed collection. Now, we probably in the future, I can't give you a date or a time, we'll do to do it in alphabetical order and categorize it a little bit better. But like it is now, if I'm ready to plant something in the garden, I go, okay, I need to plant some more cucumbers. Then I know to automatically pick this one up. There's nothing in any of these others that's going to matter because all my cucumbers are in that one. Or if I'm going to plant okra, I come pick up this one, I take the top off of it. All the okra I have is right here. I don't have to go fumbling through everything else here like I've been doing for the last 2 or 3 years, trying to find my okra plants or seeds, and then I realize I can't find them, and I usually order more, and then a week later I find them. What I've done is I took masking tape, and I'm going to put it on the tops of these lids here because I don't want to write on the plastic because I may change in the future. And I wrote on the masking tape what is in the plastic container. That way, when I walk in here, I can immediately look at the tops of these, and they are on the fronts of this here, and I automatically know what is where. If I'm going to be planting cool season peas, I know that's English peas. And I pull this out, I automatically know there's nothing in that drawer but English peas. I don't have to worry about it. Or the cool season crops up here, if it's the time of year for me to plant carrots or broccoli or cabbage seeds or whatever like that, kale, it's right here. I don't have to look any further. Now that is categorized in here. I've got dividers in it, and it's all in order. My beets, everything's in here. I don't have to worry about it. I can open the drawer up. It's right there. I don't have to look hard for it. Guys, I encourage you to build a seed bank because what's coming in this grand solar minimum, we're going into unpredictable weather. It's good to have these things stored up because who knows? They may at some point say, you know, we're not selling any more seeds. And especially heirloom seeds. Now, not all of these are heirloom, but most of them are. And most of them are I don't have any GMO here that I'm aware of, nowhere. So everything we have is non-GMO, heirloom, couple of hybrid varieties in here that's experimental just to see. But as far as the rest of it, if I plant it and I space it right, I can save my seeds because that's what it's all about. That's how I got the stash I've got. A lot of these seeds that I have here are varieties that I have planted and saved seeds from for about 20 to 25 years. And they are very acclimated to my area. And we're hoping that even with the weather changes that's taking place, that they will still produce and they will still do well. So follow us along on our channel. If you are interested in checking out some of our seeds that we have for sale, now we don't have a lot at the moment, but we do have some things for sale over on our Etsy store. I'm not going to say in the link below because evidently people can't find that. I'm going to say deepsouthhomestead.etsy.com, and that will take you to our seeds, to our Etsy store. And in our Etsy store, you will find things that we have for sale at that particular time of the year. And thank you for those who do go to our Etsy store and buy from us because that does help us to keep these videos coming and keep our homestead running here. And it blesses you all with seeds that you know come from a place that's been raised right here on the place because we don't buy a lot of outside seeds. We have a lot that people send us and we experiment with them, And if they grow and they produce like they're supposed to, then we will put them up on our Etsy store eventually. Like the Cherokee Tan was a gift from a gentleman because they were almost on the endangered species, extinct list, whatever you want to call it. There's no information out there on YouTube really about them, hardly. And we have helped get those seeds in the hands of thousands of people. So those pumpkins are back, you know, they're all over the country now. And the Cherokee Nation, I'm sure, is appreciative of that. So that is our goal, is to get a lot of these old varieties of seeds back out there and get them going, especially the very hard to find ones. And we want to thank the gentleman that sent them seeds to us, because that was a blessing to us to be able to do that and to help, you know, help keep those seeds there. So don't forget, check out our Etsy store if you're interested in some of our seeds. And guys, store up and save your seeds, please, because it will be the way of the future. So thank you, guys, for Deep South Homestead.